So we do short paper. Krishna Gokulesa Prb. Krishna, I request from the devotees to chant together Mangala Chanti prayers. We will start with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tatodayam Udiraye.
Tatodayam Udiraye.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu.
Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavatirtama Shloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhavan, chapter 5, from Nagamuni's instructions in Srimad Bhagavatam. Tad Vag Visargo Janataga Viplavo Yasmin Pratishlokam Abhagavati Api Namani Anantasya Asha
गृह्णन्ति
साधवः
साधवः
तत्त्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
तत्त्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
तत्त्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
तत्त्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमवद्वदत्यपि
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमवद्वदत्यपि
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोचितानि यत्
नामायणस्य यशोनितानि यत्
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोचितानि यत्
नामायणस्य यशोनितानि यत्
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
तद्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
तत्त्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमवद्वदत्यपि
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोचितानि यत्
नामायणस्य यशोनितानि यत्
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
तद्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोनितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः तद्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोनितानि यत् शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
तद्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
तद्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोनितानि यत्
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोनितानि यत्
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
तद्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
तद्वात् विसर्गो जनतार विप्लवो
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकमबद्धवत्यपि
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोनितानि यत्
नामान्यनन्तस्य यशोनितानि यत्
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः
शृण्वन्ति गायन्ति गृह्णन्ति साधवः वाक् vocabulary visarga creation janata people in general agat since viplava revolutionary yasmin in which pratishlokam each and every stanza abaddhavati irregularly composed api in spite of namani transcendental names anantasya of the unlimited God yashaha glories ankitani depicted yet what shrinvanti to hear gayanti to sing grananti to accept sadhavaha the purified men who are honest. Translation. On the other hand,
On the other hand,
that literature,
that literature,
which is full of descriptions of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, costumes, etc., of the unlimited Supreme Lord, is a different creation. Full of transcendental words, directed towards bringing about the revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. I request the devotees to read the purport.
It is a quality.
Translation of by His Divine Grace, Abhay Chandra Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
It is a qualification of the great thinkers to pick up the best even from the worst. It is said that the intelligent man should pick up nectar from a stalk of poison, should accept gold even from a filthy place, should accept a good and qualified wife even from an obscure family, and should accept a good lesson even from a man or from a teacher who comes from the untouchables. These are some of the ethical instructions for everyone in every place without exception. But a saint is far above the level of an ordinary man. He is always absorbed in glorifying the Supreme Lord because by broadcasting the holy name and fame of the Supreme Lord, the polluted atmosphere of the world will change, and as a result of propagating the transcendental literatures like Srimad Bhagavatam, people will become insane in their transactions.
So right now, this is very, very important. Please connect to this reading table.
While preparing this commentation on this particular stanza of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have a crisis before us. Our neighboring friend China has attacked the border of India with a materialistic spirit. We have practically no business in the political field. Yet we see that previously there were both China and India, and they both lived peacefully for centuries without being feeling. The reason is that they lived those days in an atmosphere of God consciousness, and every country over the surface of the world was God-fearing, pure-hearted, and simple. There was no question of political diplomacy. There is no cause of quarrel between the two countries, China and India, over land which is not very suitable for habitation. And certainly, there is no cause for fighting on this issue. But due to the age of quarrel, Kali, which we have discussed, there is always a chance of quarrel on slight provocation. This is due not to the issue in question, but to the polluted atmosphere of this case. Systematically, there is propaganda by a section of people to stop glorification of the name and fame of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, there is a great need for disseminating the message of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. It is the duty of every responsible Indian to broadcast the transcendental message of Srimad Bhagavatam throughout the world to do all the supermost good as well as to bring about the desired peace in the world. Because India has failed in her duty by neglecting this responsible work, there is so much quarrel and trouble all over the world. We are confident that if the transcendental message of Srimad Bhagavatam is received only by the leading men of the world, certainly there will be a change of heart, and naturally the people in general will follow them. The mass of people in general are tools in the hands of the modern politicians and leaders of the people.
If there is a change of heart of the leaders only, certainly there will be a radical change in the atmosphere of the world. We know that our honest attempt to present this great literature contains transcendental messages for reviving the God consciousness of the people in general and re-spiritualizing the world atmosphere is fraught with many difficulties. Our presenting this matter in delicate language, especially a foreign language, will certainly fail, and there will be so many literary discrepancies despite our honest attempt to present it in the proper way. But we are sure that with all our faults in this commercial, the seriousness of the subject matter will be taken into consideration. The leaders of society will still accept this due to its principle. It's being an honest attempt to glorify the Almighty God.
When there is a fire in a house, the inmates of the house go out to get help from the neighbors, who may be foreigners or yet without knowing the language, the victims of the fire express themselves. And the neighbors understand the need even though not expressed in the same language. The same spirit of cooperation is needed to broadcast this transcendental message of the Srimad Bhagavatam throughout the polluted atmosphere of the world. After all, it is a technical science of spiritual values, and thus we are concerned with the techniques and not with the language. If the techniques of this great literature are understood by the people of the world, there will be success.
When there are too many materialistic activities by the people in general all over the world, there is no wonder that a person or a nation attacks another person or nation on slight provocation. That is the rule of the age of Kali or quarrel. The atmosphere is already polluted with corruption of all descriptions, and everyone knows it well. There are so many unwanted literature full of materialistic ideas of sense gratification. In many countries, there are bodies appointed by the state to detect and censor obscene literature. This means that neither the government nor the responsible leader of the public want such literature. Yet it is in the marketplace because the people want for sense gratification. The people in general want to read, that is natural instinct, but because their minds are polluted, they want such literatures. Under the circumstances, the transcendental literature like Srimad Bhagavatam will not only diminish the activities of corrupt mind of the people in general, but also it will supply the food for their hankering after reading some interesting literature. In the beginning, they may not like it because one suffering from jaundice is reluctant to take sugar candy. But we should know that sugar candy is the only remedy for jaundice. Similarly, let there be systematic propaganda for popularizing reading of the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, which will act like a sugar candy for the jaundice condition of the sense gratification. When men have a taste for the literature, the other literatures which are catering poison to society, will they automatically cease?
We are sure, therefore, that everyone in human society will welcome Srimad Bhagavatam, even though it is now presented with so many faults, or it is recommended by Sri Narada, who has very kindly appeared in this chapter. Hare Krishna. So let us start Gokulesa prayers. We can repeat together. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathantikam Tam Sajivam Samvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Radhika Shri Vishakhantikam Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschacharya Satarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Name Gauravise Namaha हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे यत्कृपादमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम् Hare Krishna, so I welcome you all to this published on this very auspicious Ekadashi. I hope everyone understood what is the precarious condition of our society, our whole. In 1970s, this Prabhupada has written in 1960s. Prabhupada is pointing, while commenting on this shloka, there is a crisis. What is the crisis? This is our position. It's repeating again. And what is the solution? That is spread Srimad Bhagavatam. How to spread? One has to be qualified, one has to be very expert. Is it mentioned anywhere in this purport? What is the qualification? Huh? What is the qualification? Purity. Huh? One has to know. Exactly. Huh? You should read it first. This is more exactly. Shrunvanti, Gayanti, Gurnanti, Sadhavaha. First, what is it? Hearing. That's what we are doing here. It's all glories of Srila Prabhupada. If not Srila Prabhupada, we wouldn't understand what is our goal of life. Not to speak of attaining Krishna Prem. Okay. So in this purport, so Prabhupada is very much emphasizing only one point: the urgency of the needs of the society. What is the current situation? This is the age of Kali. Kali means quarrel, hypocrisy, disagreement. These are the synonyms. And this age is full with these kind of problems. Upadruta, always disturbed. So, if one understands the urgency, he simply takes to this process of Shrunvanti, Gayanti, Grananti, Sadhavaha. He doesn't understand, like, no, I need to be PhD in Bhakti. Then only once I become very perfect and qualified, then I'll go and preach. That will never happen. Impossible. That's what Prabhupada's statement. What is the analogy given here in this purport? That's right. I'm just testing only what you understood from the purport. What is the analogy Prabhupada has given for preaching? That is about comparing ordinary versus transcendental. But preaching, I'm asking about preaching. Huh? There is a fire. Davagni, forest fire. Anyone goes to forest and put on fire. It happens automatically. Okay. So that time, what does the victim? What does victim think? I should go to only mother tongue, whatever language, only certain class of people. He doesn't think. You will go, you will shout, please help in his own language, in his own expression, whatever. But that carries the important essence of solution. So here, what is the solution? We already discussed. Shunvanti gayanti grananti sadhava. So this solution, everyone has to accept. So then we can change there will be radical change. Even if some section of people is accepting this teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. That is what Prabhupada is mentioned very clearly. Another important point in the purport. So Prabhupada is mentioning there is a war happening. Who is the cause of this war? Who is the cause? Age, okay. More exactly. Materialistic physical affairs. Political leaders. More exactly. That means if I put an exam, surprise test, I don't think none of you will come any pass marks. Prabhupada mentioned because India failed to spread this Bhagavata Dharma, that's the reason of this war. Who is the cause now?
India.
We are the cause. What we are doing? Huh? We are thinking, my bhakti, okay, that is more than enough. Somehow or other, I am fortunate, my credit, okay, so slowly we think it's my credit, that I came to Devotee Association, my credit, I accepted bhakti, my credit, I took bhakti stage, my credit, I come to initiation. It's all my credit. And we don't think it is all the mercy of Vaishnavas, Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada. Because of them, today I'm enjoying the privileges of relief from fear, anxiety, everything. Even though there is a lot of challenges, whether in office, whatever in society, but we are peaceful. Is it not? At least some gradation, like 30%, 40%, according to their degree of commitment or dedication to take shelter of Vaishnavas, that much they relieve from fear and anxiety. I hope everyone agree, right? As Haribol can say. Anyone not saying that means they are still having a lot of problems. So, now what we should understand here is we should show our gratitude to our acharyas. Prabhupada is carrying the message of his spiritual master, and like that, Chaitanya Prabhu, what is the important message mentioned? What is the important mission? Bharata Bhumite Haila Manushya Janma Yara Janama Sarthaka Kare Kara Parapata. This is our mission. What is our mission? Prithivite Ache Yata Nagaradi Grama Sarvatra Prachara Hoite Morana. This is our mission. If you can take to this mission of Janma Sarthaka Kare Kara Parapata. Here both will go together. Okay. Don't think that first Janma Sadhakari, then I will do Parapara. That does not possible. That is very clear mentioned by Prabhupada. So, in this purport, I am just explaining the purport. What is the essence? Then you will understand what is the context of this sloka. What is important essence in this purport? It is our greatest responsibility. If not, if we fail in our attempts, then we are the causes of whatever the world war, complete chaos across the whole world. We are the cause. We are the cause. Okay. So just as you try to understand this, a child is suffering, when he was in a young stage, what you will think? Yes, little maturity is there, then you will think, oh, it's all because of my father. He has no proper earning, he has not built nice homes, he has not made some assets, he is not actually guiding us properly, what is right, what is wrong. Then what we say? It's all because of you, like that we say, right? Sometimes some children, little rebellious, they go and challenge their parents also. Okay. In the same way, the whole world may not be challenging in a way about our Indian Bharatavarsha, Bharatkhanda. But actually, we are actually held responsible. If at all we wanted to carry the legacy of the compassion of our Acharyas, then we must take to this reading of Srimad Bhagavatam. Is everyone understood this point? So, what is that? What is that glory of Srimad Bhagavatam? That is what today's topic is. We understand that there is a danger, the solution is given, but you said, Prabhu, this Srimad Bhagavatam is a one-stop solution for all the problems in the whole world. Yes, one-stop solution for all the problems in the whole world. How do you understand that? That is an inquiry. How many of you have this inquiry? So you are completely transcendental. Okay. So, the theme of this today's topic, what is the root cause of Srila Vyasadev's despondency? Why is he morose? Or why is he dissatisfied? This is the theme. What is the root cause? That is what is presenting in this two shlokas. The same condition we have seen in Bhagavad Gita also. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna also was same state of confusion. Okay. So here, one point we should all understand, there is a word like Karana Janma. If you understand this, then actually we will be successful in our life. Everyone wants to attain success, right? Everyone. But without knowing the purpose of the creation, without knowing the purpose of our birth, we will be defeated. Parabhavas tavad abodha jata. Abodha means ignorance. Yavan na jijnashata atma tattvam. So they are not inquiring about atma tattvam. That's the problem. They are ignorant, they are not inquiring. Yavan na jijnasata. That means jijnasata means one has to be inquisitive. You have to inquire. What is about inquiry? Atma tattvam, about the science of the self, the science of Krishna. Now what will happen? Bhagavatam says parabhava. Parabhava means you will be defeated. You may try your attempts, all attempts will be futile. You will be failing one after another. And you will be doing, Bhagavatam says, Puna charvita charvananam. You will be doing chewing the chew. You are doing mistake, again you are doing patch up, you are doing another mistake, like patch up, another mistake, like that you go on. So here is mentioned this Karana Janma, this one should understand. So let us understand in the past time here, Srila Vyasadeva is the literary incarnation of Krishna. What is this Karana Janma? From here, he is appeared to compile all the Vedic literature, literary incarnation, to help Krishna's mission. In the same way, Arjuna also's mission is the greatest warrior, the devotee. He also meant to help Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. That is the purpose of his birth. But what has happened is Vyasadeva, he compiled all the literatures. You see, he is the author of all the Vedic literatures. But still, he is dissatisfied with his work. So what is the thing it is mentioned? He is finding there is no absolute good for me and for others. Okay. So that is Vyasadeva's bewilderment. So Arjuna is the greatest warrior. Okay, he even pleased Lord Shiva, right? He even pleased Lord Shiva, but he is just confused. He just confused about his duty, whether to fight or not fight. He is battlefield of Kurukshetra. So this is the situation. And what happened? Common thing here. Both Vasudev and Arjuna, they approached their spiritual master. Vasudev approached Nardamuni. Of course, by his intense meditation, Lord, by arrangement, he sent Nardamuni to his hermitage. Krishna was personally present on the battlefield. So both of them, they took shelter of spiritual master. So this is a very, very important. Why taking shelter of spiritual master? To get a proper direction, how to execute, like as I said, the purpose of our life. Okay. So now what has happened here? In both the situations, like Vyasadeva and Arjuna, the common root cause, it is mentioned by Nagmani. As soon as a disciple surrenders, the spiritual master immediately taken charge of a disciple. Okay, there is a word called sas. Sas dhatu means one discipline. Discipline by words. If not by words, it will be by weapons. Shastra. Shastra. Okay. Shastra, Shastra means weapons. So he said, you compel all the literatures based on the body and the mind. That is what was the mistake. Okay. And what is the result? So why do any person write literature? What do you think? For others' benefit? Huh? Think about the author, what he thinks. The most selling book of the whole world, is it not? Most selling means everyone should buy it. That's the whole purpose of writing a book, right? So here Vyasadeva has compiled all the literature, but what is his the root cause of despondency? Only his spiritual master, he is like a Paramatma, he entered the heart of Vyasadeva, he could understand. His problem is he is not able to attract everyone. Are you follow? He attracted only crow class of men, but not swan class of men. Is it understood? That is the cause of his despondency. That means he failed to attract all the customers. Okay. Now he went on saying, "Oh, Vyasadeva, you have explained, you have glorified God. What did you explain? God is great. You just mentioned that, but you never thought how great God is. What is his Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, all the unlimited glories of the Lord, Bhagavad Yasha, that you didn't describe in detail. Okay, then why would the swan class of men take this literature? The swan class of men, Paramahamsas, they are more interested in the highest, topmost rasa. Who is the reservoir of all rasa? Akila Rasamurta Murti, that is Krishna. We have not elaborately described that Akila Rasamurta Murti, the glories. That's why you failed in the attempt to attract these Paramahamsas. That is his cause of despondence. Very interesting, right? Rather, what you did, you explained God is great in terms of dharma, artha, kama, moksha. You go to God, God will give you bread, butter, so and so things. He will give you heavenly kingdom, He will give you this, He will give you this. That much only greatness we explained. But the sweetness of the Lord He did not disclose. Because of this discrepancy, you are not satisfied. Are you able to follow? You go to a big person or a job. I give you the best example. You have one friend. He is working in some company. He got a some referral. Now referral, take the position of referral. So referral is discussing, okay, I will attend interviews, so things like that. And after he came to know this person is given a position of some grade, G5, G6, G7, something. But actually he is qualified, or also he is also so great that he can make a slot for an interview, for G11, 12 like that. Are you able to follow? Then what would the referral, that guy would think? You have given me cheapest thing, but you are not giving me the highest thing. This is one example which we can connect in our day to day. Some of you might have seen, after you join the company, you come to know, actually I would get a next higher scale, but somehow this person did not actually make that. Okay. That is a problem. In the same way, there is one Brahmana, he was actually doing tapasya to Lord Shiva. As soon as Lord Shiva appeared, he asked, my dear Mahadev, Lord Shiva, I just beg you to give me the greatest thing in this world. Then Lord Shiva said, if you want the greatest thing, on the banks of the Yamuna, Vrindavan, there is a great personality. His name is Sanatana Goswami. If you approach him, he will deliver the best thing in this world. This Brahmana went to Sanatana Goswami. He just conveyed the message of Lord Shiva. Okay, Sanatana Goswami said, okay, there is one Chintamani, okay, you'll find in the corner of room, just take it. That's the best thing. And he went inside, he just found there some pile of paper, garbage, something, and he took the Chintamani, it is little radiant, and he just went away. While going, he was thinking, if this is the best thing, why would Sanatana Goswami kept in the corner of the garbage? That means he must have something higher. Then he went back to clarify his doubt. Sanatana Goswami replied, yes, there is the best thing. More than this, are you ready to accept? Yes, that's what sir, Lord Shiva promised to deliver me the best thing. Okay, you throw this Chintamani in the Yamuna, take bath and come back, I will give the best thing. And as soon as he came back, following all the instructions, without even thinking, oh, I am losing the best thing, Chintamani. He knows what is the power of this Chintamani. But he was confident that my spiritual master will give me the best thing, just keeping his faith on the words of his Sanatana Goswami. He approached and surrendered to him. What happened then? Sanatana Goswami initiated him in Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the best thing in this world, Nama Sankirtan. So, in this context, Vyasadeva, even though he is the author of all Vedic literatures, but he himself is actually demonstrating as an ordinary person to show all of us that even though we know all the scriptures, but still we need a shelter of a spiritual master. So, Vyasadeva, you could understand his point. Very simple, right? Very simple, right? So, he is actually misled the whole world. That's why Nardamuni mentioned Jugupsita. Whatever you have written is Jugupsita. See, no one actually will accept it. If I say something fault finding with you, anyone, not me, anyone, myself, I'm saying, will not be able to accept it. If somebody says, whatever you have composed so far, all the literatures is waste, how will you feel that? Unless you have a strong faith and dedication to a spiritual master. So here, Vyasadeva has accepted. That is the glory. Now let us come to Arjuna case. So Arjuna, he was confused whether to fight or not to fight. Okay. And what did Krishna say? Prajna Vadamscha Basase. You are like speaking like a learned man. Okay. But you are a fool, number one. Who will accept this? unless and until he is a faithful, surrendered disciple. Shishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam. Shishyasteham sadimam tvam prapannam. Because Arjuna surrendered, Krishna immediately chastised him, just as Nagmuni chastised Vyasadeva. Then what is the cause here? Mentioned, you are thinking like being a good, doing a good, means all the good qualities, okay, and also happiness, auspiciousness, all the things good. Okay. You want a fortune, auspiciousness, shubha, labha, so many things you may say, right? Peace and prosperity of all nations. But in terms of body and mind, again same thing. Vyasadeva, Arjuna got the same message. Okay, what is that? You are missed about the spiritual conception of life. So Krishna is saying, you are failing to find the happiness, whatever fortune, whatever you say, because you are ignorant of Atma Tattva, saying whatever we discussed. That's why you are defeated in your purpose. Parabhavastavat abodha jata yavan ajijnashata Atma Tattvam. So now, what is the common solution which is presented here is, first we should understand who am I? Who am I? Soul. What is a more accurate, exact understanding? Part and parcel of God. Or more accurate? Servant of God. That is Bhakta. This is the first case. Second, what is missing link? Is mentioned in the bullet points. The Vyasadev's, Arjuna's, the root cause analysis we are doing. You wish to understand who am I, the servant of God. The second, he couldn't understand what is the function, what is his duty, what is dharma. The dharma means natural constitutional position, the natural function. That is dharma. The dharma is service. So, what is the exact way of saying service? What is the service you say? Devotional service. That word, Sanskrit word, bhakti. Okay. So first thing is, I am a bhakta. Second thing, bhakti. Third thing, what is the goal of your life? That is Bhagavan. Bhagavan, Krishna Prema. So bhakta, bhakti, Bhagavan, these three you should understand in complete. So as they, Arjuna, they fail to understand these three, that is the cause of their problems. Are you able to follow? Can we say that we are all bhakta? We need to do bhakti, we need to attend Krishna. That is what complete. That is what complete. So, here Prabhupada is mentioning, quoting from scriptures, Atmanam sarvato rakshet tato dharma tato dhanam. If anyone want to be successful, what is the first thing you have to take care? Atmanam sarvato rakshet. The first thing he should save himself, protect himself from the onslaught of Maya. Very wonderful point this. The root cause of all problems is we are all entrapped, bewildered by Maya. Okay. And Maya is giving one punishment, second, third, like the different punishments. You are thinking, how can I solve first punishment? Okay, as soon as you solve, there will be second punishment. Okay, I solve second, third, fourth, fifth. How many times you will try to do your introspection or trying to resolve these different problems? How many times you do this analysis? But if you understand the root cause of the disease in the body, what is the root cause of the disease that is manifesting in a fever, body pains, headache, lack of taste, so many different symptoms. But if you know the root cause by expert physician, then you are actually fortunate. Is it not? So who can be a best physician here? Spiritual master. Is it correct? Now I will say one important point. Sukadeva Goswami is on the verge of death. He understood the 7 days is going to leave his body. Sorry. I'm remembering spiritual master, Parishit Maharaj. So immediately, Parishit Maharaj, he went on the bank of the Ganges. He started calling flat different great personalities, great sages who came from 3 country worlds. So many different sages. But none of them could resolve this problem in total. Do you all understand? It will come in next chapters. So, who is the spiritual master here? Expert physician. Yeah, in this is Sukadeva Goswami. But what is the qualities of the expert physician?
He is not in the science of God.
Yes. So he knows the Bhagavata Dharma, the complete science of God. यही कृष्ण तत्व वेत्ता सही गुरु हया. Prabhupada says that. Vetta means no. यही कृष्ण तत्व. When I say Krishna Tattva, don't say that I know God, I know Krishna. We all are immature, not even past ABCD of understanding Krishna. Not even ABCD. You all agree or feeling little ego? Oh, Vadi Prabhu, I'm right from childhood, I'm reading so many books. So, the point here, we should know at least basic things. Just as I'm going to purchase a gold, you don't need to be having lots of money, having lots of knowledge, metallurgical specialist like that. But at least you should know which is the authorized dealer. That much you should know. Is it not? There is some standardization, ISI, whatever. Like, I don't know exactly the standards of gold. So in this way, one should know who is the Guru, bona fide. And what the Guru teaches, the Shastra. What is the topmost Shastra is given in our Parampara, Brahma, Madhva, Buddhism, Pradaya. There are 3 important mentioned, the course, the complete course. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Chaitanya. This much one has to be very clear, thorough understanding. Reading again has to be there. Okay. So, here, what we are discussing in this context, Prabhupada is saying, Atmanam Sarvato Rakshet. One has to save himself, protect himself from the onslaught of Maya. By your information, Maya has got 2 Shaktis. Avarnatmika Shakti, Prakshepatmika Shakti. Avarnatmika means it covers one's knowledge. Avarna. Okay. You don't know that you are part and parcel of God, you are servant of God. Just as a child, okay, he is staying in orphanage, he forgot who is his mother and father, like that. That is called Avarnatmika. Is it understood? Prakshepatmika means for his own subsistence, he is doing all sorts of nonsense. I will follow. So he himself is very rich. He doesn't need to do begging, stealing, borrowing like that. But he does all nonsense. That is Prakshepatmika. Is it understood? So if you know that my father is Shadashwara Purna, I don't need to work, right? Then there is a good question of Prakshepatmika, sinful activities. Is it clear? Avarnatmika means covering one's knowledge. Avarna means Avruta. Avruta Jnana Metena, like that comes right, 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So the lust covers our real knowledge. That is actually Maya. Second is Prakshepatmika. Prakshepa means pulling down. Pulling down means you will be forced to commit so and so many sinful or whatever legal or illegal activities just to be happy. Maya only. Yes. Maya.
In Mahamaya, there are
Yeah, the Mahamaya two Shaktis, and these three Shaktis are what bewildering us. Okay. Now, how do we protect oneself from Maya? That's the question. Right? Now, Prabhupada is mentioning, if one understands that is, no, has to be saved from Maya, that means has to go to spiritual master. The spiritual master will give us the guidance through the proper Shastra. Then you will understand Tato Dharma, Tato Dhanam. That means the beginning of our work life is to understand that I am in Maya, I have to be saved by approaching the one spiritual master, get the knowledge of scriptures, then he has to function his duties, whatever office job. You do any job, doesn't matter. But the Tato Dharma comes after understanding Atmanam Rakshato, Atmanam Sarvato Rakshayat, of understanding that. Just as there is a big fire, same example. First you should save yourself, the body, not that TV is there, my laptop is there, this, that. This is not first to be saved. The first is self-preservation. Then Dharma, Dhanam. Dhanam means you need to live, right? You need to work. You need to get economic development. So Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So in that, first thing is actually to understand our condition. What we are, where we are putting to this. Now may I say, what is this? How do you understand all this? There is very wonderful context. Srila Vyasadeva is bewildered. Narada Muni delivered him. You understood that? Right? You all understood the good cause. Arjuna is bewildered. Krishna delivered him. This is all in the Dwapara. But in the Kali Yuga, is there any example like that? Somebody is completely bewildered, someone is delivered, so that we can easily follow him because that's the same age, right? Okay. So there is one Acharya, Sanatana Goswami. Okay, that is a very, very apt thing. Sanatana Goswami is a Sambandhana Acharya. So he has actually presented himself like an ordinary Kali Yuga Vasa. Just an ordinary Kali Yuga Vasa. Is it clear? So what did Sanatana Goswami say? Oh my dear Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, everyone calls me Pandit because he knows Persian, Urdu, so many languages he knows. He was minister of Nawab Hussain Shah. Everyone calls me Pandit, but I do not know what is good for me, what is beneficial for me. Why I am suffering? Where will I go after death? What is my destination? How can be relieved from the cycle of birth and death? So like that, Sanatana Goswami inquired from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How many of us actually thought I should follow the principle of asking some spiritual master about this higher purpose of life? How many of us thinking? Before coming to Krishna consciousness, okay, at least we are fortunate. So, what is the problem? I am just trying to connect. Vyasadeva is the author of all Vedic literatures. He is dissatisfied. He is thinking it is not complete. Arjuna, he is the greatest warrior. He read all the Vedic literature as Vyasa compiled, except Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, he is also confused. Everybody follow? That means Vyasadeva's incomplete work is read by one customer, that is Arjuna. He is also finding the same difficulty, confusion. Okay. But what is our position in the Kali Yuga? We have not read any Dharma Shastras. We are not read even the incomplete that Vedic knowledge. Then what is our position? Acharyas are nicely explained. Jada Vidya, whatever you have studied so far, it is only Jada Vidya. What is the problem, Prabhu? I am happy. I am very expert. My resume, you see, anyone will give me any position. But here Acharyas are saying, Jada Vidya Jata Mayara Vaibhava. So you are saying, first protect yourself, but what is happening? You are more and more entangled in the ocean of nescience. Mayara Vaibhava. Then because of that, what is happening? Tomare Bhajane Bhara. You have forgotten or you are not given any priority. You are not thinking there is something necessity to worship, glorify Krishna. Now what we are doing then? Anitya samsare moha janamiya jiva ke kore gada. Gada. The gada is gada. We are all become as. We all become asses. You all agree or not? Now is this our current situation? Being an ass, kicking by Maya left and right, but still we are thinking, no problem. Today somebody is saying no cylinder, no then no water, no problem, no problem, no problem. For everything, I don't mind. I have something that we think is an asset. So in this way, we are all being bewildered by Maya, okay, and we are not taking shelter of a spiritual master, Acharya like Srila Prabhupada. That is our current problem. It's more than a situation of Vyasadeva and Arjuna. So unfortunate. That means our responsibility is more. That means we should go to every home and ask them, Hare Krishna, please chant Hare Krishna mantra. Please come to Sanjay Fish. Please come to Bhakti Visha. Make yourself happy. Your family happy. Your whole community happy. The whole world becomes happy. Okay. Then one Acharya is saying, if someone really takes shelter of an Acharya like Srila Prabhupada, an authorized bona fide, I'm saying. As I said, great personalities are there. Guru, there are so many. Atri, Vasishta, they all appeared when Parishit Maharaj is about to die, but they couldn't clarify his doubt. You know that, right? Only Sukadeva Maharaj, he appeared, he delivered him. So, in the same way, if anyone takes shelter of Srila Prabhupada, what would be the benefit mentioned by Acharya is Vishwam Purna Sukayate. This is what happens. How many of you think Vishwam Purna Sukayate? What does it mean? The whole world is like a playground, a pleasurable time for all of us. It's a place of complete happiness. That means Krishna's statement, Dukkalayam Asashvatam. That is Krishna's word. But his devotee word is Vishwam Purna Sukayate, which is more superior, which is more, confidential, or which is more valued. Naturally, Krishna's power, but devotees are more powerful. Now Vishnu says, Aham Bhakta Paradina, I am under control of my devotees. Whatever my devotee says, I am obliged. So that's why whether we go back to Godhead or we'll be able to solve all these whatever situations of whatever happening, okay, this all depends on our faith towards our acharyas. Acharyas have said, chant Hare Krishna mantra regularly, follow four regulated principles, don't commit any sin, then it's my duty to take you back home, back to Godhead. So, should we feel any, apprehensions, something here? So, any doubts in this? If you have any doubt, that means our surrender to spiritual master is not complete. That means something is lacking. I should take help. That's what we should see. That is what is success. Just as you attempt the test, you get some 70 marks, some mistakes are there, 30 marks I should get somehow or other by superior guidance. We should all do that. That is called the stage of another nivritti. We are all doing our sadhana, but we are lagging behind to take complete shelter of Guru and Krishna, and we should understand that. So, here, Sanatana Goswami approached Sri Chaitanya Prabhu asking these inquiries. Then Mahaprabhu, he just clarified 4 important points connecting to this. He said, first appreciating, yes, you are very eager to awaken your spiritual consciousness. That means you have Vyavasatmika Buddhi. That means you are unflinching, undeviated intelligence. That means you will attain the goal. Ekeha Kurunandana, one goal you will attain. Go back home, back to God. Then you said the suffering, the threefold misery is why? It's because of again avidya. Mahaprabhu explained Krishna has 3 energies: internal, external, marginal. So we are marginal. Right now we came under the influence of external energy, avidya shakti. And what is the symptom of avidya shakti? Karma sanyanya. The symptom of is our laborious work. We are all doing, right? So much time working, depending on so many people, trying to please them, satisfy them for all our career plans. So this is what is the symptom of avidya. Correct, right? Same. It's Kaliga only. Okay. Then Mahaprabhu said, Maya Mudda Jivera Nahi Swata Krishna Gnana. Jivera Kripaya Kaila Krishna Veda Purana. So these people are Maya Mudda, so they don't have the understanding of Krishna. That means they don't know what is my self, real self. So in the 10th canto, they are mentioning, they are connecting this Atmanam Sarvata Rakshe. That is the first principle we discussed. And that principle is all elaborated in 10th canto. So when there is a fire, what will happen? First we will try to save ourselves. Why we are saving ourselves? Why this body? Even though a person is a devotee, still he tried to save himself. One time Prabhupada was attacked by snake. Prabhupada was loudly shouting, "Oh, Jai Pataka, Jai Pataka." He was secretary that time. He helped him. The disciple, why my guru is a little afraid? No, he has to save himself. That's first principle. Why to save one's body, oneself? Because he understands that the self is part and parcel of Krishna. Because of that, we love ourselves. The nature of love, the deep rooted is because of our love to Krishna, but that is just forgotten. Just as a father and child, they apparently may be separated, but as soon as they come closer, immediately the affection awakens. It is deep rooted. Okay. So here it is explained, this Maya Mukta Jivana Nahi Swata Krishna Gnana. That means Krishna, the sweetness is forgotten. My affection of my father, Bhakta Vastala, that is forgotten. So what is that? God has done? Jivera Krupaya Kaila Krishna Veda Purana. So Krishna has compiled the scriptures, Veda and Purana. So he said this 3rd point. He said 4th point, I'll read. The conditioned soul cannot revive his Krishna consciousness by his own effort. Out of causeless mercy, Lord Krishna compiled Vedic literatures and it supplements the Puranas. The forgetful conditioned soul is educated by Krishna through the Vedic literatures. How? Internal is a spiritual super soul, external is a realized spiritual master. Even though we have Bhagavad Gita book, we cannot understand. We need a guidance of Chaitya Guru, internally super soul, externally a self-realized spiritual master. It is mentioned. Then, through this, we can understand the Supreme Personal Godhead as He is, and we can understand that Lord Krishna is His eternal master and deliverer from the clutches of Maya. Simple, right? The solution is there here. By the shelter of spiritual master, what do you understand? Krishna is a deliverer, swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. it clear? So then, in this way, one can acquire real knowledge of his conditioned life and can come to understand how to attain liberation. So in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there's a big banyan tree example. We're all somewhere in the branches of banyan tree. Okay, so one who knows this tree, how to cut off this attachment to this tree, he is the real knower of the Veda. It's mentioned, right? That means we should know what is our position, what is the chaotic situation we are in material world. Okay. And how to cut off our attachment to this tree, then actually he is helping himself, he is saving himself, protecting himself from Maya. Then actually can follow Dharma and Dharma. Okay. So my takeaway here principle is we are all trying to work towards some sort of dharma, some sort of economic development, okay, some career plans. But all these things will be defeated if we don't actually understand that I have to be saved, that there is a fire. Right now we are seeing the fire. Right? That's what Prabhupada explained also, in China and India, water tensions. Right? The same purpose. So, if not understood this important essence, that means whatever may be your assets, as mentioned on Slogan Bhagavatam, you may be great in tapasya, you may be great, karmi, like you are qualified to go to heavenly planets. Okay. But still, you may go to even Brahmajyoti as a karmi, jnani, yogi, but still you will be defeated. You will be defeated. Okay. So now I'll just take another 5 minutes. So Vyasadeva despondency, we understand that he has not explained how great Krishna is. Right? That's where the Paramamsas are not attracted. Now, because this is already we read in the first chapter of Bhagavatam, okay, but this is actually the subject matter of Bhagavatam. So the Goswami, okay, he is describing the events to Saunakadi Rishis in Naimisharanya, whatever is being spoken by Sukadeva Goswami and whatever is taught by Srila Vyasadeva. That means compilation of Bhagavatam, then taught to Sukadeva Goswami, then taught to Sutta Goswami. Sutta Goswami is teaching to Saunakadi Rishis, that is what caption. So the essence is given in this Bhagavatam. This Bhagavatam Dharma Projita Kaitavatra. All the cheating types of your duties or whatever you think of success, it is all the or full of cheaters and cheated. The society is full of cheaters and cheated. Okay. Why the principle of cheating, sense gratification is a principle. If a person thinks my success is in sense gratification, he will be cheated. Are you follow? The person is thinking, if I get a shortcut, then I will be very happy. Then he will approach some kind of mediator. Suddenly he will cheat. Wow, this person is under trap. Okay. But Bhagavatam is not like that. Projita Kaitava Dharma. It is rejecting all these sorts of cheating propensities. And it is establishing Parama. Parama means highest truth. And this highest truth, who can understand? Yarmat Saranam Satam Vedyam. Who can understand this Bhagavata, that subject, is who is non-envious. So, whatever Vyasadeva has compiled so far, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, the discrepancy in that literature is, it is not removing the important anartha in our life that is called envy. Are you follow? Let's say you do this some ritual, you will go to heaven. Okay. Naturally, there will be competition, right? Is it not? No. Competition means there is envy. Is it clear? There is a competition, there is envy will be there. Why he should? I I am the more qualified. But here, when is the highest thing, which is absolute, then is there any competition? That is the authority, the standard of Srimad Bhagavatam. Paramo, that is highest truth, understandable. Nirmat Saranam Satam Vedyam. What it is doing? Vastavam atra vastu. Vastavam atra vastu sivadam. For the well-being of all the people, the actual vastava. That means there is no cheating again. Some things you can understand. There is a tree on the bank of a river. Some fruits will be finding in the shade, right, on the river. Somebody trying to collect that fruit, they will not be getting. It is just tantalizing that, oh, I will be happy. But Bhagavatam is giving a real tree. What is Vaikuntha Lokas? This material world is completely is a reflection, perverted reflection. So Bhagavatam is giving the description of Bhagavata Dharma, Sanatana Dharma. So we are Sanatana, Krishna Sanatana, the process of going back from that to God, that Dharma is Sanatana Dharma. And that Dharma is what propounded in Bhagavatam for the well-being of all. And just once you understand this, Sivadam, well-being, then Tapatrayan Mulanam, so all sorts of miserable conditions are vanquished. Okay. This is very, very important. And in this shloka today, okay, so Prabhupada, he understood the Tattva in the beginning. Vyasadeva, he understood from his Guru Nagamani. Yes, whatever I have written so far, Dharma Artha Kama Moksha, it is not cutting off the actual root cause, whatever the well-being of the people. Why? The envy that is not, the competition that is not removed. Is it clear? You just think yourself, introspect, a little with a sober mind. We are all struggling. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. It is all because of our envy towards others. That's why here that word is mentioned. Srunvanti, Gayanti, Grananti, Sadavaha. Prabhupada is wonderfully explaining what is the meaning of Sadavaha. Titikshasva, Karunika, Suhridam Sarva Bhutanam, Ajata Satra, Shanta, Sadava, Sadhu Bhushana. How important here, Prabhupada is glorifying one important point. Okay. One has to be tolerant. He has to first of all tolerate so many problems created by society, nations, by our own body, by our own family, or whatever you call, mind. We have to tolerate. Then we should show compassion, karmika. We should help. How? Suhudam Sarvabhutanam, being a best friend, well-wisher of all living entities. Ajata Satra, for that person there will not be any enemy. For himself there is no enemy. Others may be enemy. Like Hiranyakashipu is the enemy of Prahlad. I will say Prahlad is the enemy of Hiranyakashipu, but Hiranyakashipu is not enemy of Prahlad. Is that correct? Prahlad never thought, oh, my father is my enemy. He is trying to kill me. He never was scared because he is completely situated under the protection of Krishna. He knows very perfectly the complete tattva. My father cannot do anything to me because I am under the divine protection. Matmanastu mam parda, raivim prakriti mashrita. That's it. So Prahlad Maharaj has no need of competition, no scary, no enemy. And that kind of the greatness and sweetness of the Supreme Lord, okay, what is presented in Bhagavatam, that is missing in all our literatures. Today, this is important takeaway. If you want to be completely relieved from all fear, anxiety, shoka, moha, bhaya, paha, you have to take to Guru, authorized acharyas, not so-called gurus. Second, the Guru will actually give us the assimilate by assimilation. Swa Anubhava. Okay. He will give us the essence of the scriptures, the ripened fruit that God explained, right? Bhagavatam. Pibata Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. Right? So that message is given for our relishing. And once you relish, you will be relieved of all the problems, of all the despondencies. Okay. Then there is a mentioning in this shloka, Tadvad Visargo Janataga Viplavo. Viplava means it also brings revolution in the minds of the people of Kali, especially I'm saying. What is the revolution? Aga means sin. Everyone has a sinful propensity. The root cause of sin, so Prabhupada is saying, let me read out. The root cause of sin is deliberate disobedience to the laws of nature through disregarding the proprietorship of the Lord. The actual sin, if you want to quote, every word has a meaning. In the Shastra, that meaning is our shloka. Dharma, one word, the shloka is there. Mahatma, one word, shloka definition is there. Sadhu, one word, one shloka definition is there, as they are quoting. The same way, the sin, Papa, what is Papa definition? Isavasham idam sarvam, yat kincha jagatyam jagat, tena tektena bunjita manguda kasya sudhanam. So what is the problem? What is the root cause of war, everything happening? People are trying to encroach upon others' rights because of the envious of others. Why they envy? Because they have not understood the Bhagavatam, which is subject matter of Paramahamsas, which will give us the greatness and sweetness of Krishna, by which you will be completely satisfied. Enatma suprasidati. Then you don't need to get just as Prahlad Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami. You don't need to worry about anything else in life. And that is the highest standard of the self-realization. So, Prabhupada is saying, disobeying the laws of nature or the order of the Lord brings ruin to a human being. Conversely, one who is sober, who knows the laws of nature, and who is not influenced by unnecessary attachment or aversion, is sure to be recognized by the Lord and thus become eligible to go back to Godhead, back to home, eternal place. So, in this way, this is a shloka. Again, connecting. Again, connecting. You are able to follow now? You understand despondency? Okay. Yasudev has given incomplete understanding. Okay. Arjuna read the incomplete. We have found the testimonial from Arjuna. Our position, we understood, that is Jada Vidya, completely Jiva ke correct Gada. Okay. Then we understood what is the solution, approaching a authorized, that is bona fide Acharya, and get the highest, the complete knowledge, that is Bhagavatam. That is the authority standard of self-realization. Okay. And what is the standard we understood? And also in this shloka, if you come to that literature, what is the benefit? What we understood? It brings a revolution in the sinful lives of the common people. Even though this is incompletely or imperfectly composed. So Prabhupada is quoting Sridhar Swami, there is a Pada Chaturyam, very decorative language. Chitra Padam, there is a word mentioned in previous one. Very decorative language. We may not use the decorative language, Pada Chaturyam. But Bhagavad Yasho Pradhanam. What is that? Pradhanam is, the important principle is Bhagavad Yasha, means glorification of the Supreme Lord. That is, what is the essence? People, you go to any apartment, we are finding a lot of challenges. Hare Krishna, we want to do kirtan in the apartment clubhouse. Will you please give us the chance? What they are saying? No, we are given appointment to this. We don't allow some religious functions, so and so many things. Is it not finding right somewhere? Here and there you will find. You go to school, you wanted to give invitation to Janmashtami program, and they say, no, ours is secular. That means Prabhupada is saying, right? It is a willful transgression of the laws of nature, systematically stopping the propagation of Bhagavad Dharma, the glories of the Supreme Lord. Then what will happen? As we discussed, right? Envy, competition, chaos. Clear, right? Then you say, I am doing this dharma, that dharma. What is the point? You are not saving yourself first. What is the point of your dharma, your dhanam, your assets? Chanakya Pandit has said, there is one shloka, one should go to such and such a kingdom where there is a holy river, there is a holy man, there is a kind of Rajarshi. There is no fear from enemies. You should be Rajarshi is powerful and very Naradeva. He is a faithful king of the Supreme Lord. Then there will not be any problem. No excessive heat, excessive cold, okay, no stress, durdiksha, karapidita, whatever, Kalida symptoms. That will not be there. So this is an important thing to first of all save ourselves ethically, morally. But after getting all these, what is that you should do for that? You should only come together and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And this is the only principle. So that's why Prabhupada said, you simply chant Hare Krishna mantra, you can go back home, back to work. Oh, my dear sir, is it so simple? Okay, you are not convinced? We have so many 60 volumes of books are there. Okay, please read all these books. One time Prabhupada asked, why Prabhupada is repeating same thing again and again in every book? And Prabhupada simply said, I am presenting different ways to make you convinced that chanting of Hare Krishna mantra is a sublime process, and it is our only developing of faith to chant Hare Krishna mantra again without offenses. You see, we are chanting, if some days we don't read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, slowly the watering is reduced, okay, the plant get dried up, our consciousness also slowly get dried up, we don't find taste in chanting, even though he is an advanced devotee also. That's easy to say. So that means one has to read every day Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So Prabhupada is concluding that despondency is the root cause of all these personalities we discussed, right? What is the one word, aphorism, like a sutra? Yaspin tushte jagat tushte. If Krishna is satisfied, the jagat, the whole world will be satisfied. How Krishna will be satisfied? How Krishna is satisfied in the age of Kali? Chanting the holy names. So there is a reference. Yagnai Sankirtana Prayay Yajantihi Sumedasaha. This is the only our Chaitanya Prabhu weapon is only Sankirtana Yajna. This is the only weapon. Don't think anything else will work. If anyone says that they are finding one solution, they are very expert physicians, and we discussed an example. No, don't believe any other sutra. If you want to bring the revolution, the change, right? Radical change, as mentioned before. Only thing is that as much as possible, we all have to assemble small groups, your communities like that, and encourage them, whatever, preaching, chant Hare Krishna mantra, Sankirtanam. And when you do that, what will happen? Gradually we will understand our position, we will surrender to Krishna. In this very lifetime, we will be completely satisfied. So we will conclude with one shloka here. The Bhagavatam is mentioned, Bhakti Pareshanu Bhavo Viraktir Anyatra Cha Eka Esha Trika Eka Kala Prabhadyamanasya Yata Asnatasyu Tushti Shudapayo Anugasam. Here Prabhadyamanasya, this is the key word again. So when you are surrendering to Acharyas, to Krishna, that means Prabhadyante. Krishna said, those who surrender unto me, they will only be freed from the clutches of Maya. Right? Remember? Only who surrenders to Krishna. That's what Arjuna final instruction is. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. That is the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. Okay. So here also, if you surrender to Krishna, to Acharyas, what will happen? You will get bhakti. Para Isha Anubhava, you will get the direct understanding of God. Virakti, that whatever envy, whatever competitive spirit, whatever anarthas we have, all those things we can give up easily. All bad habits. Okay, all bad habits. So the demands of the body, eating, sleeping, mating, defending. These demands is causing all the competition. These demands is causing all the competition. But a devotee is above all this in the spiritual platform. It's not so easy, but Chaitanya Prabhu has given us a very sublime process of sankirtana. Okay. And the proof is given yatashnataha asyu. We don't need anyone's certificate. I'm actually getting the benefit out of this process of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Tushti pushti sudapaya. That means you feel nourished, you feel satisfied, you feel free from hunger after eating every morsel of food, right? As soon as you chant Hare Krishna mantra, one mala gets complete benefit out of that. And that's it, that's a pramana. So this is a conclusion. Okay. Tadvad visarga janatada viplavo. So in this, Yasmin pratishlokam, that means every word, every stanza, abadhavatyapi. But even though it is not properly composed, but namani anantasya yasha ankitani. Yasha. So there is a concluding shloka in this. Paraspara anukatanam. That means we should all come together. Paraspara anukatanam. We discuss. When devotees meet, we discuss. Pavanam Bhagavateshaha. This is what exactly said. Namani anantasya yasha ankitani. Yasha means the glories. And this yasha is very, very purifying. Pavanam yashaha. Bhagavateshaha. So mito ratir, mito tushtir, nivrittir, mita atmanaha. So when we come to devotee association, we get that same thing. The happiness we get, the satisfaction, the loving friendship, and we'll be able to give up all the sinful activities. Okay, and that's what finally it has been concluded in this show. And Vyasadeva, the further, just a nutshell, he followed the instructions of his spiritual master Nardamuni. He meditated, what should I do now? How should I follow? Okay, this is what you should all do. Today, we understood something about preaching. What is our responsibility as Indians? Okay, what best they can help? Okay, we should all discuss with the mentors. Or should we take guidance from mentors? So with that, only we can collectively bring a change in the society. Otherwise, you think what are hearing here, you leave it here. Okay, then there is no chance of personal safety. That's what we discussed, right? Atmanam sarvato rakshet. That will not come. Without that, everything is waste. Is it right? Okay. Hare Krishna. So we conclude here. So any one or two questions?